Today I'm at the Petersen Museum and I'm checking out this really interesting exhibit. They have like a Mazda RX-3 right behind me. There's Bozo's Zoku car in the background. It's really a eclectic collection of various different cars. Yeah, I mean, so much to see here. It's kind of hard to describe, so why don't we check it out? Alright, so this cool rotary RX-3 looks like it was built by Rad Industries, so shout out to Rad Dan. We got the Skyline Ken Mary, called Ken Mary because it was based, that's how they promoted it in Japan, based on Ken and Barbie. This is the original Skyline. Here's a Bozo Zoku with the star headlight. If you want to learn more about Bozo Zoku style, you can check out Tyler Fialko's build on YouTube. We got some micro cars, and everybody knows I love me some tiny cars, but oh my god, these things are not safe. I just sat in a Datsun Roadster one time, and I was considering buying one, and it was amazing how unsafe the 60s little Roadsters were. Alright, so here we got some original Japanese gangster looking cars. I love the shape on all of these, and look at this one. I mean, this is like so gangster. You can have all your friends in there. I love the way the dashboard wraps around like that. Really cool steering wheel too. The other thing about this car that was just weird I noticed is from the front end here, it actually looks like a Chevy Nova. And this is like a early SUV, and I thought that was just kind of interesting. Here we have a Mazda Lucy, which is early rotary. Got a 3000 GT, got a convertible, and they also had a hardtop. It's one of my favorite Japanese cars of all time. Love the lines on this car, famous for James Bond movie. This is the Mazda microcar, and I love me some tiny cars, so I had to throw that in there. For all you 240 guys, we got a Silvia here. This is the original OG Silvia. I've never seen that before. This is called a Flying Feather, super lightweight, and it was at a time where they were trying to save money on gas and just have a really efficient car, so it ran on motorcycle wheels. So as you can see, it was super lightweight, and I don't know, it was really cool, actually, little vehicle. Alright, so what we see here is the production model for the last RX-7, which is the FD. There was the FB and FC before this. This is the last model before the RX-8, and if you'll notice, the front end here was a little bit different than what the actual production model ended up being. But it's pretty close in design. As you can see, this car has got great lines. As you'll notice, also the interior was not done on this because it was just a 3D model for the outside shell to just, as a concept. So beautiful car. So glad it made it into production because it's definitely probably my favorite Japanese car. Okay, so here we have a really cool example of a Honda Dragster. For me, it's taken years to get used to the idea of a front-wheel drive dragster, but this one's really well done, and the cage inside is pretty amazing. I mean, look at all the different weld points. Here we have a very clean Scion TC drift car. Look at the interior on this; it's just unbelievably clean. So I thought that car was really cool. All right, so now we're going to segue into movie cars, starting with a car by the legend and my hero, George Barris. For those of you who don't know who George is, he's the guy who created basically every car you've seen in every movie and TV show going, way back. I had an opportunity to meet George before he passed away, so I'm very thankful for that. I'm going to be doing a video strictly about him, a tribute video for him in the future here, so definitely watch out for that. Meanwhile, this is, like I said, a movie car that he made. Notice the zebra skin inlays and other unique features that definitely make it a George Barris car. So that was very cool. From that, we moved, of course, to the Back to the Future car, starting with the flux capacitor.
Flux capacitor, fluxing.
And what's cool about the Back to the Future car, actually this one, is the fact that this was the actual car, and for the 25th anniversary, they completely redid it, every single piece of this car. So every wire, every part of it. I mean, if you look at it, it was pretty cool to be able to film the inside of it because everything is brand new, but it's the actual car, and they painstakingly made sure that it was really perfect and correct to all the films. So it's pretty cool to check that one out because I've seen other ones that were kind of janky, so this one is legit and it looks brand new. And then of course we have Zuki's car from the Too Fast Too Furious movie. It's interesting to check this car out now because the kit and everything looks pretty dated, but this car's held up pretty good, and it's definitely taking care of it. So it looked like it was pretty new. The sheepskin seat covers look a little worn though. And of course we have the Little Miss Sunshine bus. Not much to say about that other than that was in the movie. We had the Bat Cycle, so of course I had to get that. They had a few other Batman type vehicles. Iron Man, we had Thelma and Louise, and of course ending with Christine. Okay, so that concludes our part 1 of our eclectic Petersen Museum tour. Stay tuned for Porsche, motorcycles, and lowriders. So if you're in the LA area, definitely stop by the Petersen Museum, because they really are, every time I've been there, they've had amazing exhibits. So definitely want to check that out. Hit the like button if you like the video, definitely subscribe, and we'll see you next time.